Hi everybody, I'm Chad Knutson with Knutson Rentals. Today I'm going to be going over the 2022 Surveyor Legend. We're going to go ahead and start and talk about hooking up, and then I'm going to run through the outside, and then I'm going to go ahead and take you through the inside. So just starting off with hookup, I do have it obviously on the truck already, but just want to point out this hitch that you're seeing here, this will come with the unit. It is adjustable. You can move it up, down. The recommended height for that, I do in this storage area. I have a metal pole here. We're going to use this for a couple purposes. And what we're looking for on height is you want to the top of the ball, about roughly 3 fingers or about, say, 2 inches down from this pole is where you want your ball. Now, it can be up or down. Inch or 2 is okay, but that's the ideal height for the unit. You can use your own ball if you want. It's a 2 5/8 ball. If you use mine, it'll come included with the ball. It'll also come included with the stabilizers and the anti-sway bar. And I'm going to walk you through how to put all these pieces on. So first thing, looking at the foot here, you have an on-off light if you're at night there, and then we have a extend, bring the unit down, and then retract is going to bring it up. So I typically recommend using this block. Sometimes you'll get on heights where the foot is not tall enough to get you off your ball. This is provided, it's in the back of the unit where I'll show you where that goes in a little bit here. So you would basically be starting off with your pin off. You would have this slider up. You're going to lower it onto your ball and pop your pin in. Just a heads up, if this doesn't slide in quite right, you may have to jiggle the truck just a millimeter and you'll feel it pop in. And then once it pops in, be sure to get your pin on here. So we'll put the pin on. As far as the chains are pretty simple. You're going to put your chains on, cross them, uncross them. It's totally up to you. A lot of people do it different ways. This cable that you see right here, let's point this one out here. This one is your electric brake, so if there is an emergency, it's going to pull the brake on you. Key point, Bashar, maybe you could move on that side a second. Would you mind just popping over there? So I just want to point something out with the brake cable. You want this loose. That should be pushed in. If that's pulled out, it's going to be dragging tires. So that should be pushed in when you leave. You want no tension on here and then attached to the truck. And just to point out, I have a mini little carabiner on here. Please don't lose that. So let's see, you get your chains on, and then your electric. This is a 7-pin. I do offer an adapter to a 4-pin if you need that. Just slide that in there. All right. And then I'm going to walk you through how to get these stabilizers on. I do have one already on the unit. If you want to come over here, Bashar, I'm going to show this one on the right side, how to put these on. They're both the same. So these may come on or off of the pole. If you need to get them off, you pull them to the far back of the truck and then you just yank it down, or you could pull this pin out and they'll come right out for you. To get them in, you'll just slide them right in and they'll secure right into that hole there. Wiggle it around a little bit to make sure that's secure. So you can see this one's not going anywhere. Okay, then you're gonna take your chains. Typical chain height, we're gonna go 3 chains off. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna grab that next chain. It's gonna go on this smaller hole here, right there. And then that's where we use this magic pole here. And we're gonna get it into here. That's gonna give you the leverage to pop this up. So you just cinch that right on up, nice and tight there. Now, if it's loose, that's okay. It just depends on what height you're on. Loose is okay. Say again?
Do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't get it.
Bashar wants me to do it again. So we're gonna go on the chains. 1, 2, 3. Grab your next chain. It's gonna go on the smaller spigot there. And then you're gonna get this tool in here. Pretty fancy tool. And then that's just gonna give you the leverage to cinch that up. Now, if it's loose, that's okay. It depends on what level ground you're on. Typical rule of thumb is 3 chains in. And then be sure to pin it. Don't lose the pins, please. Don't lose the pins. So there should always be a pin there. We're going to count these down once we're done in a moment. So that's how the stabilizers go in. As far as the anti-sway bar, this one will help you from swaying back and forth. We got 1 piece on there, 1 piece on here, and there's going to be 2 pins with that one. So pin number 1 slides down in here, and then I've got pin number 2 over here. So we'll slide that right in there. Okay. And then as far as the tension on it, you're going to go clockwise with just a finger feeling on that until it's hard to push, and then give it 1 more crank, and that's about the tension that you want. So easy finger till it's hard, one more crank, all right? And then don't lose my pole. My pole is pretty important to me, so please keep the pole in there. I typically just leave it right in there for quick access. If you put it in other places, it's kind of hard for people to find the pole. Thank you. All right, so let's just do the countdown on all the pieces that you need. So you're gonna want hitch on, pin in. I've actually made that mistake and I had a trailer fall off before. You want your chains on. You want your power. You're gonna want your brake, emergency brake loose without the cables hanging down. You're gonna want your stabilizers in with pins. And then you're gonna want your anti-sway bar with pins. So those are all the pieces to make sure you're hooked up. Pretty much everything just goes in reverse when you get in. Suggestion: when you pull into a spot, you're gonna wanna begin finding the most level spot this way on the unit. You're gonna go in and then you'll use your foot to get your front level with the rear. So this would all come off. You would get your vehicle out and then you'll just use this up and down to get yourself level this way. And typically most spots are going to be level on this side. I do provide blocks if you need it that you can put under the tires if you're in an unlevel situation, okay?